and especially India with everything that is going on right now. So I'm going to connect this to the current events that are happening. Everything
Mm.
that is happening to Bangladesh. So when you say India, even better when we say Bharat, right? Or Hindustan,
Bharat, yeah, not India.
not Bharat. So not India, Bharat. So everything that is happening in Bangladesh right now, what is still happening in West Bengal, and what has always been happening in Pakistan, all those things. In the light of those things, if a spiritual guru like yourself has been given an option that give me three things that you would do to get rid of all these massacres, persecutions, and all these sufferings that most of the times Hindus are at the receiving end of it, what would
Mm.
you do if you had
I
absolute
would train everybody, including the Muslims, to have a divine self-image. It's important, you know. It's very hard in Islam to have a divine self-image, but it can be done because they have this thing against Allah, like Allah is the only God and there's no other God
Mhm.
and all that.
Any
We
Abrahamic
don't believe
religion,
in that. We are not like
Christianity,
that, right?
no.
We we accept. We know that there's one Paramatman, but we know that Paramatman comes in many forms. Sometimes as Vishnu, sometimes as Shiva, sometimes as uh, Ganesh, sometimes as Kartik, sometimes So
Mhm.
depending on the Purana you read, every Purana says this is the ultimate God. So this Sarupya Brahman
Mhm.
is like with form, and there is the Nirgun Brahman which has no form, and so there's really nothing to fight about. They're fighting on religious reasons because they don't understand religion. They don't understand spirituality. Everyone needs lessons on spirituality, and it's easy to do. You need commitment. So give me people who are ready to do this training, and I'll train them for free. They can go and train in their country, And even I'm making courses, which I'm just putting everything out there, and its
Mhm.
uses are infinite. I'm just building something. Yoga has never been taught online before. I'm building it. Whoever wants to can use it after paying the dakshina and showing respect, because we are an NGO, but we don't beg. We run on students' dakshina just like Vyasa's Gurukul ran. Vyasa was also not interested in money, but he wrote all the Puranas for what? For this very time. He wrote it for the Kali Yuga. He appears in the Dwapar Yuga, but the Puranas continue to be written through the Kali Yuga. And now it's been 5,000 years where the world is in chaos and has lost God. And if you want to solve problems, then you do this, because Ghor Kali Yuga begins 5 years later, 5,000 years later. It's not even started. It's not even Ghor Kali Yuga. So those who
So it's
learn
gonna
how
get
to worship
worse.
God now will make it across. Those who maintain the culture will make it across and they'll survive the Kali Yuga. Otherwise, you'll be in the sea of meaninglessness. Meaning comes only when you are part of the creation process. If you are not part of the creation process of your life, it has no meaning for you. So you have to become a creator too. You're not a bigger creator than God, but you
Mhm.
are a creator. God is not the only creator. God just created this whole thing called soul, which is us. And from here we can go, right? So
Mhm.
Paramatman created Atman, so that Atman can be also a Purusha, and Prakriti will wrap around the Purusha. So everybody can have Prakriti wrapping around, but because their own form is beaten out of shape, only bad things surround people. Everyone in that situation in Bangladesh has created it, but they don't know it and they don't know how to come out of it. They don't feel empowered to come out of it because they don't have spiritual teachings. And that's the problem. I'm already putting it out. I'm not waiting for anyone. I'm putting spiritual teachings out for free. If anyone wants, they can learn. You know, you become like the guru who you learn from.
But how do you bring that um, people the want that people want to become like that?
You
That is
cannot
not
make
there.
anyone hungry. You cannot make anyone hungry. You can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink if it's not thirsty. So I've taken the horse to the water and I'm keeping the water. Saraswati Nadi is the water. It's flowing. And we are not dependent only on YouTube, because we can come on any platform and even our own platform. If YouTube can do it, why we can't do it?
Mhm.
If Bhairav can bless the founders of YouTube, why can't bless me? He'll bless, no problem. I need a big enough vision of what can happen, and I have. When you have big enough vision, you don't worry about these things. I'm not solving each and every problem. I'm solving the root.
Yeah. So it feels like we have our culture to
Hmm.
protect. You mentioned protecting our culture is the most important thing to make it sustainable. And Chanakya
Because our
also said,
culture is our education system. You learn from your dadi and your nani. Where are they? It's just a father and mother looking after a child now.
correct.
Where's the culture? I grew up in a village, man. I had so many relatives.
Hmm.
So you become proud of who you are because I didn't see that being offered. By the time my parents' generation came, my father and mother were expected to just look after themselves and me. Nobody gave a hand when my father had financial difficulties or health issues. It was just us. Yes, they would come visit and go, but they were all staying differently and separately, and they had their own families, and we were not together anymore. So our basic education system of culture is gone. I know about Hanuman, I know about Durga, I know about Kali. A kid today doesn't know the difference. They don't know what is what. They don't
They really
know
don't.
why we do any rituals. They have no idea. They're just doing it. The parents are also doing it. They have no idea why they're doing it. That was all education. That's all designed for a child's curiosity to ask questions. And today, when a child asks questions, they say, just do it. We don't know why. And they're okay with that. You're okay with
Yeah.
this education you give to your kids. If you're so hungry, then I'll teach you. Instead of writing to me saying my neighbor's cat has done black magic on me, you tell me, Guruji, how can we restore our culture? I want to be a
Right.
part of it. What should I do? Those are the emails I want to get. But that's not the emails I get. Not the emails. I'm talking about Instagram.
Yeah.
That's not the
Do you,
communication I get. Like I was in love with this man and now he's no longer interested in me. How can I get him back? What shit? Guy, life goals are these? What is this shit? So I
do
think we
you
all
really
deserve to
get
die.
those?
People who come with to me with that kind of shit deserve to die only. They're gonna die. Can't help it.